Hey everyone, it's Libby from Maighstirtarot. Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Right, where on earth does one start today? A few things have caught my attention that I want to just do a quick read on, but gee, I've been really struggling to get started on these readings. My guides are going, you got to do it, you got to do it. So therefore I got to do them. But I'm so ready for the energy to lift. Okay, and things really feel like they have sped up like you wouldn't believe. Now, I only do the readings on the stuff that my guides want to really delve into, but I do post in my post section a lot of snippet information, so always feel free to pop over there at any time, and anything that grabs your attention, the links are included. So please, go to Meister Tarot or the pink circle under any video and head on over there if you feel like there are other bits and bobs that you want to have a look at, including things like the Norway royal family and Deep Doo-Doo. Fabulous poem by one of my readers sent to me. A great video on the energy of the earth at this particular time, but also a lot of little bits and bobs and pieces. What I want to have a look in this, first of all though, despite what comes out, do not be distracted from the information that is coming out in regards to the EPS files. It's ramping up, it's going to be ferocious. There will be people named that we will go, oh, hang on. We'll be a bit surprised about. The Clintons have obviously had a gutful of the accusations being sent their way, and they want the public testimony. I won't have a look at that. Lots of readers have already looked at that already. So just don't be distracted about Canadian bridges and Arc de Trump buildings and all that sort of absolute nonsense that's going on. And I just want to say, guys, be polite. I just noticed in the last couple of weeks I've had to delete a few comments where it sort of gets a bit attacky back and forwards. Discussion, great. But we are in this nightmare situation as I split the deck where there is this huge klaxon siren awakening happening. Oh my goodness, who was that? Let me just go across that bloomin' GOP senator. Like really? Senator Lummis or Loomis, however you like to pronounce it. What rock has she been living under? She came out with, I've sort of intentionally deferred to others to find out about the Epstein files, but 9-year-old victims, Loomis told journalist Pablo, surname is, I don't speak Spanish. Well, initially my reaction to all this was, I don't care, I don't know what the big deal is, but now I see what the big deal is and it is worth investigating. What rock was she hiding under that she thought it was no big deal? And this is a senator, a female senator. Do you? Bloody job. Okay, aside from that. So we are in this big wake-up moment. It does mean energies are intense, and it is an ending energy. Ending energy, wake-up call, and ending energy of the oligarchs as well. So there's a lot swirling around at the moment. I'm just going to put it that way. Right, I'm using the Golden Universal Tarot. So be polite. And don't even go towards attacking me, because that will instantly get you deleted. So, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Anyhow, what I want to have a look at in this reading is that Chinese regulator. So what happened a couple of weeks ago? What happened a couple of weeks ago was with the People's Liberation Army in China. There is a central military commission, and they oversee the military. They're the government, like Department of Defence connections with the government. They're the government branch that oversees the military. There were 7 members of the Central Military Commission, which meant that they sort of kept each other in check, etc. And 2 weeks ago, Xi Jinping, the supreme leader, let me just call him what he is, the supreme leader sacked 5 of them, citing corruption, or what they call corruption. So now there are only 2 members, and one of them is Xi Jinping, and another is General Zhang Shenigman. And again, don't speak Chinese, so I'm pretty sure my accent there is absolutely atrocious. Right, why is this interesting? I didn't read on it at the time. I didn't feel an absolute need to do so because my gut feeling was there was more coming, and yes, there is more coming, and it's to do with the military. This is my card for the military. I know it's the Chariot card. I know it can be moving forward and chaotic and all the rest of it, or riding in as a winner or whatever. But to me, this is the military card, and we've got the 2 of Pentacles, looking at something on the international level. Now, the reason why I'm feeling an urge to read on this is that overnight, the Xi Jinping or whomever within the Supreme Leader regime, Chinese regulators have advised the banks in China to divest themselves of US debt due to volatility in the market. Right, 2 sprung out, looking at the money and casting it out in the cold. Just be aware. I don't quite know how this will implicate? Pretty sure the word I'm after is impact, guys, but implicate, they're telling me, the worldwide share market. Again, we've got this looking at options overseas. If you can hear some squealing, there's some kids in the street. I'm walking away from obligations I'm getting. Okay, let's have a look. I mean, if you hear my guides, you will hear them very clearly. They are quite good at enunciating the words, so they don't sort of sound like squawking or dog barking or anything like that. So let's have a look. So first of all, 2 things to worry about. The People's Liberation Army is now under control of 2, including the Supreme Leader. And the advice has come to divest. So we've got a strategy here to bring in, I think it's to do with Taiwan. Bring in the 3rd. They've already brought in Hong Kong. Now, Hong Kong, as part of the agreement, was supposed to remain an independent territory with its own governance. And boy, that didn't last long, did it? And trying to tame the beast. With the strengths. They're going to try and do it through financial means. And we've got here the White House rejecting what is happening, not looking, not paying attention to what is happening. Here's the money being divested, happening very quickly, but I think is going to change world markets with that 2 of Pentacles, and it's going to be very emotional for some. It's seen as a betrayal by, seen as a betrayal. Okay, so just really on the back foot, defensive about this. There's something more brewing here. Now, I'm not saying don't feel there's going to be a military attack on Taiwan, but there's something financial levers going on here. Why? Tell me. There's more to it than just... Did I just see a shadow walk past there? I have to rewind and have a look. Just caught out the corner of my eye. Okay, let's have a look. This one's been trying to come out. Three of Cups. There's more to this than what meets the eye. And it's a message being sent overseas to the moneyed elites. A big wake-up call about stealing that's coming from an unexpected quarter. Tossing out the money, taking a stance that they're going to defend, and walking away. There's more to this than just volatility. What is the plot afoot? Why do I feel these two things are linked? Okay, let's have a look. First of all, China and Taiwan. China and Taiwan. Taiwan. Potatoes, potatoes. China and Taiwan. We need to know about that there. What's going on? Is this any way connected? Come on down, let's have a look. It's a big plan. There is a new plan afoot here. Challenge being restricting money, holding on to money. It's almost like they're going to undermine the US-Taiwanese connection via financial means. Betrayal, heartbreak, treason, the energy is stewing in at the moment. Some sort of strategy that's going to leave heartbroken. The wheel of fortune turning. And then we've got actions having consequences. Here the scales being weighed. Pouring back and forth to try and create something new. We've got strength. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana. Again, this is something big is brewing here. Externally, power of show of strength. Internally, looking at the world from a different point of view, sacrificing internally, sacrificing something. It's not Taiwan that they're sacrificing, but let's keep going. There's the Ace of Swords, new plan, new strategy, smoke and mirrors, illusion, military, but it's money. It's a money-based attack. We've got 3 aces, new beginning, and to overburdened messaging, manipulation, false friend offer, the Hermit to isolate, and then the 10 of Swords. I don't like this. I do not like this for Taiwan. You've then got the 4 of Swords and the Devil. Do not like this. It is I'm going to say it's a financial attack of some sort. Financial attack, and then manipulation, But then you've got the offer coming forward. But we've got shining the light, but the isolation, finding a new path forward. Got downfall, Four of Swords, and the Devil. Right, we've got looking at options, partnerships, charging in harsh reality, and we've got the Six of Pentacles here, which a diminished supply of funds. What have we got? We've got the Queen of Swords, legal action against the wealthy elite, and we've got death, we've got the Sun card, and we've got the High Priestess. It's going to be bring death, reveal everything in the High Priestess. What I'm really getting from this is it's not military action, it's financial action to pretty much cut off the financial support of Taiwan by the US. This is what I'm getting. New to do with money and a tower. The tower, destruction, tearing down of what was so that you can be rebuilt. That's what I'm getting. It's not a military like armament and missiles and stuff attack. China knows, just looking at what's happening with Russia and Ukraine, that ain't a good idea. But it feels more a financial attack. And that's flung itself out. Yeah, that's the plan. Financial, and on the bottom, yep, that's the plan. There are actions that they are going to take that will have severe strategy consequences. That'll be a nightmare situation for some, and it's landing on the world stage, waiting for the ship to come in when it's launched. Yeah, okay. I am going to leave that there because I think that tells me all that we need to know. This is. So tell me. Now, the Major General that was sacked, General Zhang Yuji, or Yuji, was quite pro Taiwan's independence. But let's have a look. Why were these generals sacked? Fired for supposed corruption. Why are they linked? King of Swords, part of the strategy to take control. Why were they I mean, if that doesn't look like a military leader, I don't know what does. To take control of the military in case the White House, an announcement coming out of the White House about these actions having consequences, about discarding the dollar, discarding the US debt. You've got two that are head of this military, and they've got some sort of agreement going on. You've got the Tower, you've got the Fool. Same cards, different order. Tower, Fool, Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. This is part of the strategy. You've got restriction. You've got Russia, walking away, and death, ending and new beginnings. I think what this is they saw this is a new strategy. They've seen the destruction that has happened with Ukraine and Russia, and they've got a new strategy, and it's a financial strategy, and walking away from Russia because it's not working. Russia ended up getting bogged down. Okay. Perhaps the others on the committee didn't agree with it. Oh, because the others on the committee were defending the sovereignty of Taiwan, didn't want any interference. China, the People's Party, or Xi Jinping, let me put it that way, those behind Xi Jinping want to bring Taiwan into the fold, and those generals were just blocking their path, creating too much confusion, chaos, so they had to go. International politics, eh? As Bo of the Fifth Column used to say, it's like an international poker game where everybody is bluffing and cheating. So just be aware that this is the new strategy. Okay, loved you all. Take care.